So how are you? You're good. Are
Yeah, very good.
you enjoying
Happy
Valentine's?
Valentine's Day.
Same, yeah. This is so romantic. I should have brought a candle.
Ah,
Um, I was actually we actually met before. In the 2019 games. You and Brent and Pat did like a training thing after the day after.
at the games?
Yeah, and it was me and my wife, or my wife and I, did it, and she was pregnant at the time, but she was like, it's really funny afterwards because, like, you know, beforehand she was really nervous because she was like, oh, like, what if we have to do something, and like, what if there's like box jumps and I shouldn't be doing box jumps? She wasn't like, visibly pregnant, and she was like, I probably shouldn't be doing box jumps if there's box jumps. She's like, do I tell like Annie that I'm not doing box jumps if she prescribes box jumps? And then like we did the workout, and I can't remember. It was like goblet squats, and it was a little triangle, I think.
Bar and box jumps or something. It
Yeah, I
was
think
box
something like
jumps,
that.
wasn't it?
Yeah. So afterwards, then I remember the bar was really hot, like the gymnastics bar. And afterwards, I was like, how did you get on? Like, she was like, oh man, it was really good. And I was like, yeah, what did you do instead of the box jump? She was like, oh, I was just too scared to say anything, so I just did them. She was like,
Ah, yeah.
she was like, I mean, if Annie tells you to do box jumps, you just do box jumps. But
Oh,
yeah,
man.
it was very enjoyable.
But I take it she was fine.
Oh yeah, fine, really fine. Yeah,
Good.
she yeah, we have a daughter. She's one and a bit now, and
Congratulations.
yeah, she's uh,
What's
entertaining.
the name?
Sloan.
Sloan.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
she's very entertaining. We like, our gyms are closed here, but we do these workouts of the week with the gym, like just to kind of keep community involved and stuff. And it was a partner one this week, so it was the first time we had to do something at the same time as each other, because usually we like swap in and out with her.
Yeah.
And she we put her in her high chair and gave her like some snacks, like carrot sticks and stuff. We were like, you just sit there and like whatever. But we were watching the video back. You have to record yourself and upload it or whatever, like for the stories. And she is just screaming throughout, like we are doing down ups, and she's just like rah, 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 throughout. But she's gas. If you give her, like, we have a little tiny little knitted like wool dumbbell, and if you're doing
Oh,
something, she will
yes.
start like copying and like trying to do it. And yeah, no, she's very entertaining. Like, it's like, I'm absolutely exhausted, but it's very entertaining.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it can be exhausting, but no
rewarding.
one prepares you for this. Like, it's quite incredible. It's amazing.
It's ridiculous. It's
Yeah,
like, you wouldn't go, like, if you bought a really expensive car like in a dealership, the dealer wouldn't just say like, right, there you go, see you later. They'd be like, right, here's the handbrake, like here's the
exactly.
gear stick, whatever. Whereas when you're in the hospital, they're just like, so you look healed, so like, do you want to head off? And it's like, okay, what do we do? Are you coming with us, or like
Yeah. Like, when
yeah.
me and were leaving the hospital, we felt like we were stealing her. We're, like, walking out, we're like, "Should we run to the car?"
I remember we had to bring there's, I don't know if it's the same there, there's a law here that you have to bring in a car seat, like to
Yeah.
collect, to prove that you have one or whatever. But I like was putting her into the car seat, and I've never been, I even, after she was born, the midwife that was with us was like, gave her to me, and we went over to this like table, and she put her down and was like, now if you just want to start changing her there, and I'll be back in a second. And I was like, she was like, just wrap her up, like make sure she's warm. I was like, right, okay. So she left, and I was like looking at her. My wife was like out of her head on drugs, and I was like looking at the baby being like, oh god, like, do I just grab her arm and move it, or like what I do? And by the time she came back, all I had done was I had like, opened the buttons on the baby grow. She was like, what's taking so long? I was like, I just don't know what to do. And then she had it done in like 4.5 seconds. It was just like grabbing arms and bending them backwards to put it through. Yeah, it's
You feel
funny.
like they're just so fragile. You're like, "I'm not gonna mess this up."
Yeah, but then in hindsight, they're so durable. Like,
Yes.
they are like essentially idiot proof. Like, thankfully for me. But yeah, no, I remember, it's funny now because like I remember the first bath we gave her. like putting her in and, you know, like gently letting water like drip onto her, whatever. And then last night she was in the bath, like standing up, holding on to the two sides, and like fell over. And I was just like, oh, you're all right, up you get. Whereas, like, you know, if that had
Yeah.
happened like last year, I would have been puking, like I wouldn't know what to do.
Yes, you're like putting them down so slowly into the water. It's like, you're okay, you're
Yeah, yeah.
okay.